How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. But before we begin, we have something I need to show you. I'm not going to go over super detailed, but remember at the end of the last video, I had that picture that I pulled out of the sound file that I found inside the game. Well, it took a little editing. I actually had to ask for some help from a friend, but we were able to, within like 24 hours of my video getting up, find this. Well, if you could kind of get rid of some of the interference, it was a QR code. You could scan it and it would take you to this web page. If you want to see it for yourself, it's www.projectlibitina.com. So that's project libitina.com. And I really should just see it for yourself. I don't want to go into too much detail, but it looks like as you can see here, if you pause and want to read the page, I'll scroll down kind of slowly. It's kind of a document that seems to be tracing this study of this person. Apparently someone who has some kind of powers, abilities, female. It looks like it's maybe a forerunner of a game that's following this one. It seems like the developers are already getting ready for a new game to publish, which I'm really excited about. So it's a nice thing to look forward to. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you since I did find and solve that. Nothing else really stuck out to me as of yet, so we're just going to proceed with the game until now, so I'll see you there in just a second. Alright, and here we are. So, last time we were here, we read our poems again. Things were pretty normal. We even saw some possible reconciliation going between Yuri and Natsuki. Monika, however, her poem was very strange. It had this odd thing about, hearing sounds that weren't real, but they were. And odd colors that seem to remind me of the 3 plugins you used to put into your TV for HD cables or even normal cables. And then at the very end you had to scroll way down and it said load me, and I was like, that's what drove me to start looking in the files to try and load something. So I don't know, we'll see. But we just loaded this game, so we'll see if anything happens. It seems normal though, so we'll just press forward. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I'll walk it. I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. That doesn't sound like a dodged question at all. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and not picking up the piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess it's passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy you're all willing to help out with the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. Wow, she really took a 180. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day where the school gets to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. I imagine real school festivals are nothing like they are in the anime. I mean, I'm sure they're fun, but I imagine they're a lot similar to school festivals that I had. If you watch anime, it makes it look like it's the most amazing thing in the world, but it's just a thing. It's not just anime. We like to glorify our high school years too in our American television shows. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to be looking forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people. Huh? I didn't say I didn't like it. Why her of all people? Does she seem like a squid lover? Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Okay, that's what the comment on that. It makes... Oh, man. Look at you. Breaking the fourth wall. Huh? Never mind. Yeah, she knows she's in a video game, doesn't she? That's kind of what this last episode of this right here is telling me. I think Monika has, realized that she's in a video game, but that's why she's, doing weird stuff. Interesting. Let's just focus on our event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Hello? Huh? You spacing out again? Sorry. Don't mind me. You could go on talking to everyone else. Sayori, come on. We told you yesterday you could never be replaced. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course! Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. You say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have been spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monika, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Protag? What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything's up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into this a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging her rubber eraser up and down her desk. Yeah, that does not sound like the Sayori we've come to know in these past few episodes. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one you're asking, Protag. I'm not the one asking you. Totally read that wrong in my head. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really liked this. She's always talked to me about things that's bothered her. This time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I care about her well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? Great. Stupid protagonist as usual. Well, of course, it's funny, I say that. But on the outside, it's obvious. On the inside, it's never quite that obvious, usually. Or, like, I've been in a position where, like, I knew someone liked me and was interested in pursuing and possibly starting to date or something, but I wasn't interested in the same way, and so I kind of just pretended I didn't notice. Like, I convinced myself that it was just, you know, ha ha ha, you know, just silly little things, like, not real, whatever. But it was real, and I knew it, and it caused problems because I ignored it instead of, like, trying to do anything about it, or at least, like, open up about it. I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Protag. Me? How on earth did you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her head. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Protag. Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you. Oh, snap. I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up in front of her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, so I have to and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much I do care for her, that I'm letting this weigh me down so much. Oh, I read that wrong. It's like, exactly how much do I care for her if I'm letting it weigh me down so much? Like, that's the tonnage I should have gone with. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I don't know, maybe. I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peeping up at me from over her book, because we're supposed to read together. But she looks away quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. Right now, it's a little easier for me to do that. Better be. We freaking had like some crazy intimate moments with a piece of chocolate yesterday. I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. No, not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. You know, okay. Quote me on this one if you want to. Creepy is cute if you find the person attractive. It's true. I mean, anything you can think of that's considered like a cool or romantic gesture, if it's done by somebody who you barely know, who you're not interested in, or you think's a little weird, it comes across super creepy. Even if it's exactly the kind of thing you normally like. And that's because when you're interested in somebody, like, you're expected to make advances and just like have excuses to talk to each other because you want to, but you're not sure how to make it happen, so you have to come up with dumb reasons for it. Asking people out with the corny little invitations, like what do they call it now? It's like the really big ways to try and ask people to prom or something. It's like promposals, that's what it's called. You know, if you did that to somebody who wasn't expecting it or had no interest in you, it would come across as really creepy and strange. And once again, this is what kind of thing. She was like, stalking's never okay. Keep that in mind. Stalking is never cool. Don't ever stalk people. Don't invade their personal space, their time, their bubble, or their personal information. Like, let them share themselves with you. Don't force yourself upon them just because you think you have a thing. But ultimately, her being so concerned about us, considering the fact that we kind of had some chemistry going on, so far it makes sense, and it's not invasive in any way. Be quiet, computer. So, like, I don't know, I guess that's another one of those relationship 101s from someone who's been through the rigmarole a little bit. It's like, just keep in mind that, like, the things that we interpret as being cute and flirty can also come across as creepy. It's all about context, it's all about the connection you've already established with a person. So anyway, it's not creepy, Yuri. It's not. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only concern of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seemed a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Huh? So sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not bad, I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. He said, whew! Then, perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into this a little too much. Oh, no, that's right. That was his voice. Or maybe I'm just reading into this a little too much. Protag. The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think there might be something behind it after all? Well, yeah, but it might not be a big deal. Like in real life, like there's usually people who are having pretty much no one's going through life like, oh, everything's perfect and sunshine, yay. So if you think someone's bothered by something, you're probably right, but it doesn't mean you have to invade yourself in their space and figure out what's wrong so you can fix them, because that's stupid. You don't fix people. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what she may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupied by occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Oh. I would normally not have any problem with this because it's very sweet and caring, but I keep seeing, every time I load up this game, I keep seeing that whole warning like, it's not for the faint of heart. And I've watched enough anime to start wondering about a yandere. And this is exactly the kind of problem. If there is a yandere in the picture, that this could turn bad. We'll see. Let's find out. I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Huh. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she's searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ah, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, let's see what happens now. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the clubroom. So I guess we don't get any special secret moment or whatever. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everyone thinks back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, let's go down the usual pattern. Start with Yuri. Protag, your writing has only improved these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really an example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that a lot yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something you've never even shared with anyone. It's kind of a sham. Shame, not sham. Shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Protag, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way of putting it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make you a really good friend. Fetch right in the feels, Yuri. Exactly how I love. Like, I love books. I love stories. I love it all. Like, I don't know. I had an awakening during my time at high school where I was so focused before about pleasing everybody and like being having friends and like, you know, doing stuff, and I kind of bend myself backwards to help people and to be there for people and to support people, throw parties, and just do stuff to like have people around me. Cause like I felt like that was what I was supposed to do. But as time went on, and especially after graduation, I learned that most of the people who I considered friends were maybe acquaintances at best. Not that was bad. They didn't like wish me ill will, but like true friendships are so much deeper than just spending time with people. Like you have to have these connections, and I'm grateful that I have really good friends, even from that time that I'm still great friends with, and I continue to find those friends in sometimes the oddest places, but. I find that the number of people who I consider close friends is very small. And that's through no fault of anyone else's. I've found that I'm very particular about the people who I actually want to spend time with. And I've learned since the time I was in high school that a true friendship is a cycle where they give back as much as you give. Like, it's not just about serving other people, being there for other people, and being kind to other people. It's looking for people who are willing to serve, spend time with, and are kind to you because they want to. So, that's why books are so appealing for people like me, or people who are even more introverted or have trouble with finding true friendships. It's because in books, you get to see raw characters as they are. You get to see their thoughts. You get to see their mistakes. And you don't have to really try hard to understand the type of people that you're reading about. And because writers are so good, sometimes they feel very real. And so like that can be a sense of comfort and peace and excitement. But a good book can't really replace a good friend. And so what's really sad about where Yuri is right now is she feels like she doesn't have any real close friends. And that's gotta be hard. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. Who would do that? She's gorgeous. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Protag. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing all this time. Oh, fetch, man. We at least have to be her friend now. Good grief. But I haven't really done anything. Sorry, my hood's bothering me. No. That's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Protag. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. Fetch, man. She's like laying it all out. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. Yeah, there we go. Good job, man. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say that I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it like that, yeah. Well, we really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Okay. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. Alright, so this is the continuation of the last one, I think? The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path. A silhouette obstructed the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from the visibility. But I'm too late. He stepped into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart. teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warm before? Giving up on the understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, that's actually really neat. And might be referenced to me, which also makes it really flattering. But I love that imagery of like the first one because she was like kind of like someone who like lives outside of existence. And they kind of continue that theme. It kind of more specifically outlines the figure as a ghost. But then like through like interacting with this strange shadowy figure, she discovers that she's not actually a ghost, that she's something else. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems being usually cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. Oh, it's so cute! Oh, it's adorable. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. Oh, it's so adorable! I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know that I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah. Don't worry. I think you'll do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monika says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah. I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Aww, that was cute! Alright, so next we should probably talk to Monika. Hi, Protag. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, bearing in mind being in this club's one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Protag. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Yeah. Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in a whole year. Not sure how you do it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You certainly are putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... yeah, that's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the clubroom every day. Reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright. I get ya. Wink. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Oh no. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Oh, I don't like that either. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? What creepiness are we gonna jump into now? Alright. The lady who knows everything. Her, huh? An old lady tells the old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. A lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift in the sky, victims of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But the hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Okay, well, I mean, that wasn't creepy this time. Interesting. Kind of sad, like, there's no purpose to anything. But otherwise, it was good. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Haha, you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Ah! Dang! That's a little... That's pretty accurate, actually. Yeah, as a writer, like, writing is something that I think initially was kind of a bandage on my insecurities. But it grew into something different. Like, I imagine most professional writers, the writing kind of evolves into its own source of joy and fulfillment as a creative device, but most of us start out writing as a way to try and process what's going on in our head. And it's a very effective way of doing it, which is why a lot of people who try it get into it. Not everyone's professional at writing, but that's because when you're writing purely just to kind of funnel your own stresses, it rarely turns out good stories because you're not really focused on the narrative, you're focused on the emotion, which is fine. But you get poor movies that way, or movies I'm talking about, poor books that way, and they lead to poor movies too. But that's neither here nor there. I think writing is a way of channeling yourself in ways when you're having problems. And high school is just so full of them, so it's like, it makes sense. Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that's right. Because they're two-dimensional. I'm three-dimensional. Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Because this is great. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Pretty standard advice. Thanks for listening. Bye, Monika. Alright, Natsuki. Nah. I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I get my hopes up in the first place. What? I didn't think this one was that bad. What did I do wrong? Poems don't need to be all deep-sounding to express something. It's going to sound like you're forcing it until you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're in Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Huh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? Oh, fetch! What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know Yuri loves this kind of thing, this angsty... Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... I mean... Look, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you! Natsuki shoves the poem I handed back over her to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, don't just show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl stuff into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Alright, hey Sayori, how you doing? It's nice, I guess. Come on, I already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Why can everyone tell? Probably Yuri. Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. Yay! This is believable! I'm totally not lying. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good! That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Protag. Sorry. Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired, okay? Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! Oh, it hurts. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Oh, man. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you just say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right, that's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. No! No! It's been so fun! Oh, man! And your books, maybe? Look, the only thing that's different is that Sayori isn't here. Oh. It seems you're right. Sayori's always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Huh? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing for this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. Aw, that'll be nice. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? Oh, I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're just the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, can I tell I can tell everyone now. Even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader of my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? Oh, she's all about atmosphere. About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes. She stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great! You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Protag. The one who's truly useless. The one who is truly useless. Haha, don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really appreciative of that. Is Monika suggesting I spend the whole weekend with one of my club members? Yeah. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monika's gonna give me a choice. You shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle your baking on your own. Protag may not like being around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, he may be more suitable to assisting with my decorations. Hold on, I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Protag to... What are you saying? I will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Protag to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? Yeah, that's true. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Protag, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case... Everyone looks straight at me. Man, in real life, this would be such a sucky moment. But of course, I'm going with... Sayori. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. But we know what we're going to pick, because I picked the route long ago, and she's definitely the most interesting person in my book. So, I can already tell you, I'm planning on playing all the different routes personally. But like I said, rule on my channel, I only show one. So we're going to go with Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki? I can already tell you about if you're about to say something mean. No. I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Protag? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we need to go over? Plus, hang on. Natsuki, you don't have any room to complain. You, threw my poem back in my hands and said it was a stupid poem because I wrote it with someone particular in mind. Just because you called me out on it, I didn't confirm it, you still were a jerk to me. Why are you such a sourpuss now? Everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel that same way, Protag? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll all turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki. What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything! No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Protect picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that. So, I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Well, why? Well, I'm like the one acting immature. I already know that. But you were trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she'd already had trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I began to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work out perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this. You better bet my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I started to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Huh? I turn around. Sorry. I realized I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. Can't believe I slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Such a great moment. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Huh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. Just thought that I would be going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. Not really as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Protag. I think we'll make a very productive team. Well, hopefully we'll be productive. And I can imagine things not being productive at all. Even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reasons you might have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason, the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out what you're overthinking, right? Huh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. It's a struggle, I promise. It's something I went through a lot too. Like, I had to teach myself how to not overthink every little thing. I overthink everything still, to this day. But I've learned there are certain... I've learned more or less when I should stop and just, like, capture the moment. But it's something you need to teach yourself if you have an overactive mind. As if it took a tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. I also wonder if Yuri has trouble trusting people. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Alright, that's where we're going to end for today. This is actually a long episode. I hope you don't mind. But yeah, this was fun. So we've officially, like, I think this is like I think that was officially the moment where you chose your path. I'm wondering if I can still choose a different path at that time. Or if I have to choose, like, the right kind of poem, like lines to getting up to the right conversation. Might experiment with it just to see. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. What do you guys think? I keep hearing little foreshadowing things, and like I said, I know too much already just because of the intro. I keep seeing every time I start the game up, I'm looking for the moment where things are going to suddenly take a turn and go crazy on me. I don't want it to. I hope we at least get to have an enjoyable Sunday, please. But we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. You guys are what make it so much fun. It's wonderful to hear from you guys, and I appreciate all the moments you take spending time with me, sharing these great adventures and conversations and these great stories. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? So I appreciate it every second. And until the next video you watch with me, or whatever you have to see me in next, I'll see you there.